Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hawa Kiate, and if this is your first time here, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, and also comment down below. And please share this video, guys. Welcome to the community. So today I'll be doing my makeup. You will get ready with me while we rant a bit about the Polygamist movie on Netflix. You guys, there's a lot on my chest. I need to get it out. Like that movie traumatized me. But first off, I need to do my skin prep and also do my brows off camera because it takes a little bit of time. Then we'll be right back. Hi guys, so I am back and I am done with my brows, and I've also prepped my skin. I've primed and moisturized my skin, so we're ready to go. But before we get into it, this is disclaimer, guys. This is my opinion, and also there will be spoilers, so disclaimer if you haven't watched the movie. So yeah, I'll be starting with foundation. I already pumped my foundation here, and I'll be using Adventure Superstay, but this is light, so I'll be mixing it up with this CoverGirl foundation. So let's do that. But you guys, this movie, Jonasi, the man, Jonasi, of course, if you've watched it, you know who Jonasi is the villain in the story, the main character in the story. That guy pissed me off. I don't think I've been more disgusted at a character before like I did with Jonasi. That man aggravated me, you guys. Like, I was so disgusted. I was sick to my stomach. Like, I almost puked. Like, that's the first time ever in my life watching a movie, and then I was so disgusted that I almost puked. Like, my stomach was hurting, you guys. Like, I kid you not, like I was obsessed. I was pissed. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if women actually, like, are people going through this? People are actually going through all of that, you know, women in marriages and you are cheating. Like, this man has zero remorse. He has zero shame, zero accountability, zero self-reflection. Like, this man is a total douchebag. I hate his character so much that I'm sorry to the actor. Like, he did an amazing job, you know, bringing the character to life. But I don't want to see his face anymore. I don't know if you guys understand. Like, it was that bad. Like, I hated this character to the point that I don't want to ever see him again on my screen. Does that make sense? Oh God, Jonasi. You guys, there are men like that out there. Genuinely, there are men like that out there. I just pray that we never come across them, or even if we get to, you know, be put in that kind of situation, I just pray we are able to exit ourselves out of that situation, because you guys, it is messy. And you know what even shocked me the most, or the part that got me so disgusted, I'm like, was the scene where him and what's the girl's name, Pome, the daughter's friend, where they had a thing, the scene where like they reviewed, they had the thing. You guys, I was sick to my stomach. I was sick to my stomach. I'm like, I thought this guy could not go any lower. He dug the ground and he laid in it. This man, nah, there's no going lower for him. Like, he's literally on the ground. I was so disgusted by that scene. I'm like, bro, like, I was literally telling my friend, because I watched it with my friend, and I was literally telling him, like, I just, what can this man do again, safe? Like, he has done everything. And honestly, what I also realized is that sometimes the problem is not just the person causing the harm, but also the person or the people that's making that person avoid the consequences. It's not just about your partner, honestly. It's also about the people around him, the people surrounding him, the people enabling him. So you should also look out for that. Look out how they treat him. Do they tell him the truth when, or do they tell them the truth when they do something wrong? It's very, very important, because if Jonasi had people that would literally call him out, and people that would actually show him that, you know what, there are actually consequences to your action, it wouldn't have gotten that bad. Can you imagine you actually lying to the whole world that this person is your wife, this person's child is your own child, and all along it's your brother's child, your brother's wife, and that, like, make even sense. Like, I pumped a little bit too much foundation. But one thing I know that I do have, that I'm actually very, very insecure about, are my dark neck. I have a dark neck, I have a birthmark there, and also hyperpigmentation. So I hate it. That's actually one of my biggest insecurities, but who cares? It's 2026 and insecurities are out the window. One thing I've realized when it comes to makeup is that you have to trust the process. With makeup, if there's a mistake, you can fix it. Trust it. You can fix it. You just need to relax. Do not panic. There's always a solution to everything when it comes to makeup. But of course, there are days where you have a bad makeup day. Nothing is going right. Your brow. I'm done with my foundation, and right now I want to color correct because I have like dark under eyes. So I'm gonna use a red concealer to kind of like color correct that. It works actually. You just need to go in with a little bit under the eye so it doesn't get cakey. You know what I'm saying? It's what I'm talking about. So now when I use my concealer, my highlighting concealer on it, it doesn't look darkish or greenish because I already color corrected it. Honestly, I am conflicted. Do you think Jonas actually loved any of those women? Like, did he actually genuinely love any of those women? Because for me, I don't know. I don't know. Did he love Joyce? Did he love her? To me, I don't feel like he loved her. Honestly, I don't think he loved her. Honestly, think he was just there for the money. You know, I mean, along the line, we got to realize that her father had money and she came from a wealthy background, and that kind of like set him up. You know, I just like he is a power-driven man. I feel like he's somebody that wants to feel, you know, feel like a king, feel like he's controlling everywhere. Even when he messed up and they called him out, he never ever, you know, took responsibility or whatever. He was like the typical African man, you know, the typical don't talk to me anyhow, like the typical, you know, power-driven, egoistic man. He was very, 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 very self-centered, narcissistic. Yes, he's very selfish as well. He only cared about himself, honestly, because if he actually cared about any other person, he wouldn't have done whatever he did. So I don't think he was in love with any of the women. I'm going with my blush, guys. I know it looks crazy. I know, but I'm blush blind. It's never too much blush for me. So help me. Oh. Are you seeing that? Can you see that snatch? You're not ready. They are not ready. One more thing. A question for you guys. Was Jonasi or Jonas a good man making bad decisions, or you feel like he's a bad man? For me, I feel like he is a bad man, or he was a bad man. You know, I feel like nothing about him is screams good. I don't know. Aside from the whole cheating, he was a power hungry man, you know. He did not care about anybody. He only cared about how people see him or how they perceive him. One thing I also realized with this movie that I've always known is that charm can distract people from behavior, from somebody's character, just because, oh my god, he has money, ooh, I'm attracted to him. Or like, the money was actually the whole thing, because Jonasi is not fine, he's not a nice, he's not a fine person, he's not giving, you know what I'm saying? It just also shows that women can be so distracted by, you know, what they get, you know, the money and all of that. Because honestly, the women also treat themselves as Jonasi. Like, they treat themselves as Jonasi, and that's on period. Because even the whole, what's this girl's name, Natalie, is it Natalie, the side chick, Lindani, she threw herself to him because she knew he had money, and obviously she saw the red flags. I mean, if the man is cheating on his wife, is that not red flag enough? That's red flag enough now. But definitely they chose to ignore it. Everybody was throwing herself on him, and nobody cared about the red flag, or, you know, what he actually was. They were distracted by what they were getting. Honestly, I can't also blame them, because at the end of the day, women are always going to approach you, just like as a woman too. Men are always going to approach me, but it doesn't mean I'm going to always, you know, give myself to them or always entertain them and all of that. It doesn't always work like that. He lacked self-control. This man just needed to know that you have something down there. You as a man can literally wear a skirt right now and he will come begging. So as a person, people are always going to, you know, want you. People are always going to try to, you know, get their way with you. As a man, as a woman, it's just normal. It's just natural. Like, it's gonna happen. People are going to approach you, but it's how you deal with the situation that is actually the bigger issue. Because I don't care if people approach my man, my husband, then okay, cool. Like, I'll actually be mad if people don't, you know, try to get my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I want a man that people also want. Not necessarily like, oh, everywhere, every day, but like, I want a good looking man, and a man that, you know, of course, people would also want to, you know, well, I'm saying, get a little bit of something there. But what matters to me is how you handle situations like that. Are you the type of man that will literally entertain every woman? One more thing, a man's ability to provide should not distract us from the ability of examining his character. So there's some women that once they know that okay, this man provides for me, he does things for me. From that moment, like they literally go blind to his flaws, to his character. Whatever a man is doing right now, when you guys are still, a thing, you just know that it's going to get worse when he married. And if he's doing that in marriage, it's going to get worse. Joyce, she was still holding on to the fact that okay, we had something good going on, and she did not realize that they never had anything good. It was just a facade. So when she came to realize that, oh my god, this man has actually been doing this shit way back, and I just was not the one seeing it. That was when she realized that okay, you know what, this man is not it. When I was watching the movie, I was like, you guys, is nobody doing anything to this man? Nobody is like, this man needs to face some consequences. Until the ending of the movie, when I'm like, okay, my girl, this lady did not come to play. I mean, she got her lead back. You guys, this whole time I just realized I've been calling Matipa the side chick, Lindani. Lindani is the daughter's friend, while the side chick is Matipa. Is it Matipa, or how did they even pronounce it? So now let's talk about Matipa, the side chick. Girl, you lost the plot. Like, you got lost. I mean, first of all, I do not support women that go after married men. I mean, I don't support it, but girl, do you? It's your life. Do I support it? No. But I feel like she lost the plot. You are a side chick. Like, remain there. Like, she literally had him. He got her a house. He literally was doing everything for her. And she got greedy. She actually lost the plot. She should have just, be putting your feet on the low key. Enjoy yourself and move on. And I honestly didn't like her character. Just that she was smart enough to leave. She was smart enough to, leave faster. She left. So for me, it would have been nicer to see her suffer more, honestly. Like, I was actually very, 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 very satisfied when I saw how much she went through, because she literally did not just steal his man, but she also shamed the wife. Like, she came to you, she begged you, she literally pleaded, she did everything, and then you were giving the whole, oh, it's my man, he loves me, blah, blah. Like, how can you be so inconsiderate? Like, I really did not like her character. There's one thing, you're cheating with my husband, I am in the picture, and you also even have the audacity to come to me and try to literally tell me like game on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had the audacity to face the wife and even talk trash about her. Like, I feel like she actually really, really deserved what she got. She really, really deserved what she got. But honestly, she lost the plot. Side Chicks Association, wherever you guys are, I beg. She wasn't really a victim like that in my own eyes. Honestly, she got what she deserved. Because if you had stayed in your lane, if you had chopped your money and be there, you won't have been in that situation. You understand? And this is one thing I've also realized, like, not everything that glitters is good. Something might look alluring to you, something might look beautiful to you, doesn't mean it's actually it. Do you understand? So that's why they keep saying, like, don't trust everything you see on social media, because honestly, just say alhamdulillah for whatever situation you're in, because you never can tell if you are in a better situation than the next person. As you can see, Joyce outside, like, they literally look like this happy couple, this couple goal. She had a career going, everybody, people are looking up to her. And then what they didn't even realize is that this woman is literally suffering behind the scenes. It just shows how much women take in, how much women tolerate, how much women, as an African woman, we are told to be the one to sacrifice, be the one to be a woman, look over some things, hold your family. And women is actually like the little pin. You have to sew the family together and all of that, when the man is the one that you can act whatever. And one thing that actually, like, that I'm just like, this man is a human being. Like, what's so, like, at some point I'm like, what's so decent about this man that everybody, like, you guys cannot just seem to leave this man? Like, I'm like, I actually sat down and I reflected, like, women going through this kind of thing, a serial cheater for a husband and all of that. Like, honestly, I know it's not an easy situation. I mean, it's easier said than done and all of that. I honestly pray I never be in that situation. But like, at the same time, like it's just crazy how society has made men feel like they are not human. I don't know how to make it make sense. You would see people suffering in marriages, and then there will be one woman somewhere telling them, oh my god, this is how marriage is. Just keep trying. You're a woman. A woman's greatest weapon is patience. A woman is this, a woman is that. Like, for a man is a human. Like, I don't know if you guys like it. I'm not saying like a man does not deserve respect. Don't get me wrong or any of that. But I just feel like a man that's not that, why is it that we are always asked to, be the sacrificial lamb when the man doesn't even care? The man is living his life, and then if something happens to you, imagine him beating Joyce, imagine her losing her life in the process, or anything. He's going to marry the next woman. She's probably going to be prettier than you are, younger than you, more established than you are. As a woman, you need to know when to call it a quit. You need to have that line that when it's crossed, you're out. You know what I'm saying? A man is not going to value a woman that's okay with him cheating and all of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, God forbid I ever find out my man is cheating when I get married and all of that. Because it's two things. If I found out that you're cheating and I know that I cannot do anything about it, I'm not there mentally, financially, or whatever, I cannot stand on my own, and if I know I'm not going to take an action, I'm not going to tell you I know you're cheating. Like, I will not say it. I am that crazy. I feel like when a man knows they're cheating and you don't do anything about it, it's just like a statement that, okay, you know what, they feel like, oh yeah, I can do it anyways and get away with it. When a man cheats on you, he's definitely going to not want you to know, because obviously he's still scared about it. He doesn't know how you're going to react. He doesn't know what's going to happen. Obviously he doesn't want you to know, unless that man doesn't give a F about you and he's actually done with the relationship. But typically they would want to like hide away from you because they don't know how you're going to react. They don't want to lose your other things. So imagine you now finally finding out, and he knows that and that you shout, do this, you go to here, and then you guys are back together like nothing happened. What do you think that man is going to, how do you think that man is going to feel? It's definitely going to feel like, okay, you know what, there's literally no consequences to this thing, and he's going to be careless. He's going to do it over and over again. So I feel like as a woman, if you know your man is cheating on you and you know that you're not going to do anything about it, you should know that you're not going to leave, you're not going to really do anything, then there's no point letting him know that honestly, because it just defeats the purpose. I feel like you should just get your shit together and just act blind, honestly. But that's not actually germane to the topic today, so let's go back. The next person I want to talk about is Lindani. Lindani is the daughter's friend that Jonasi had a thing with. Jonasi. Savannah. And let's actually take a moment to appreciate the actor. I mean, he brought the character to life, you guys. Like, my friend was literally saying that this man looks like he does this thing in real life, and honestly, he looks like it. Like, don't get me wrong, but he actually looks like it, and that just shows how much this man brought the character to life, how much of a good actor he is. Like, I don't want to see that man's face ever again. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to watch his movie again because I am pissed. I hate his character so much. All of them did amazing, honestly, but for him, I feel like he really killed his role. Let's talk about Lindani, the best friend that slept with her father. I mean, she was underage, right? She was way younger than he was. So the question now is, do you think Lindani was groomed? Do you think she was manipulated? Do you think she was taken advantage of? Because it's actually a kind of tricky situation. Because if you look at it, one side is like, she might have been manipulated, taken advantage of. But if you also look at it on the other side, it's like, girl, you know what you were doing. Like, you know what you were doing. There's nothing you can tell me. She went on vacation with the best friend's father, and she was also gisting the best friend about what transpired between her and the father. But obviously, the best friend did not know that it was her father she was talking about. So she was telling the girl everything that happened at that vacation, like sexually. So that she was very well aware of what she was doing. But then the question now is, do you think she was manipulated? Do you think she was taken advantage of? For me personally, I feel like she was taken advantage of, but at the same time, she was aware of what she was doing. You get me? I feel like she knew what she was doing. She knew it was bad. I mean, if she didn't know it was bad, she wouldn't have been hiding it. She wouldn't have been doing all of that. So I definitely feel like she knew what she was doing. She knew it, and she still chose to do it. And even after they even caught her with the man and all of that, she was still there. She remained there. So I feel like even her too, she was a gold digger. She was literally in it for what she got. She knew what she was doing. She knew the consequences, and she still went ahead with it. It's actually a very tricky conversation, honestly, because if you also look at it in the other side, he was way younger than her. He took advantage of her and her situation as well. But she was also old enough to know that, okay, you know what, what I'm doing is unacceptable. So it's actually quite tricky. But honestly, I feel like she also deserved what she got, because I mean, after she was even caught, she had no remorse for her friends, no remorse for the family, no remorse at all, even for herself. Because I've not even been telling you guys what products I've been using. That's how invested I am about this thing. Also, just confirmed that young women often confuse attention for love. So she mistook attention for love. If there's anything you should take away from that, is the fact that attention and love is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. A man would give you all the attention in the world and still not love you. He just wants to get what he wants to get, and that's it. And honestly, being desired is not the same thing as being valued, and that actually really plays a lot in the movie. With the women, they were desired, but they were not valued. Jonasi just needed them for his desires, and he did not value not even one of them, like not a single one of them. So now, you guys, let's talk about Magesh, the brother. I feel like the brother also had a very huge role in Jonas's behavior. I mean, he condoned it, he enabled it. He was so dumb in the movie, because how can you tell me that you are lying about being married to somebody for 20 years? 20 years! Don't you get tired? I can only pretend I like somebody for, 5 minutes. I can't even pretend to like you. I can only pretend not to like you, but I can't pretend to like you. Bro, like, 20 years. Like, if that's not stupid, then tell me what is. So I feel like they really condoned him. They enabled him in this movie. They gave room to his stupidity, to his narcissistic behavior, and he was feeding off of that. This is my eyeshadow palette. I'm doing a little something. You guys, is ruined. But yeah, I'm going to be going for something, nude. Nothing too much, honestly. Just something to make sure that this place is not looking cakey. So let's go to Essie, the other wife that he married for 20 years, that was pretending to be his brother's wife. When they're talking about patient women, like, when you get to Essie, you give her the crown. Because what do you mean by you're with a woman? You're pretending to be another man's wife for 20 whole years. You are in the dark. Your child is in the dark. You're literally living off of scrap. And she is not even living a good life compared to this other wife. She's living in this house, and the other wife is living in a mansion. And you're comfortable. Nah. It just shows that some women are actually very, very comfortable in suffering. Walai, because there's no way you're telling me that I'm going to be your wife. You have money, and you don't want people to know about us, and yet I'm still suffering with my children. Like, there's no way. I mean, in the movie, the daughter could not even get an iPhone, while the other kids got different phones. They had iPhones, they had this. It just shows that she also did not value herself, and which is why it's also very, very important as a woman to have value in yourself. Like, value yourself, have pride, because the way you take yourself is how a man is going to take you. And you see Joyce, the man never ever, like, he didn't put her in that kind of situation, because he knew she had money, like, she came from wealth and all that, and she prides herself in a certain way. So he provided for her, and everything he did, he provided for her. So as a woman, it's very, very important for you to also put yourself in certain positions. Don't get too comfortable in being left behind, in being, in the slums, in being, you get what I mean? So, like, she also had a huge role to play, honestly, at how she ended, because she should have made a better decision. She was an adult. Her children had this whole trauma because of her and the father, and she did not do anything about it. She enabled the man. She was still covering up for him, still trying to make him look like this thing. So it's sad. Even her daughter, I felt so bad for her. The fact that she tried to, have that father-daughter bond, and the man was not even looking at her. Like, it was so sad. You guys, I need to do my lip combo now. And what I also realized is that curiosity can save you a lifetime of heartbreak, honestly. Because if Joyce was also, curious enough, if she actually, was curious enough, maybe she could have found out one or two. Especially, like, the whole sneaky things. Like, I mean, he had a wife for 20 whole years. 20 years, and she didn't know about it. So it just shows that sometimes it's good to be curious, It's good to ask questions. It's good to find out things. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I also learned is to not lose yourself while trying to help somebody. because for Joyce, she felt like, oh, she could actually still save him, she could bring him out of that place. It was just, he was just going through a phase. He's just, he can do better and all those kind of things. So I also learned that don't lose yourself. And she lost herself trying to do that. Don't lose yourself trying to save people. I mean, he's an adult. We're all adults. He knows what he was doing. He knows what he was doing is wrong, and yet he still did it. So he doesn't care about you. So don't lose yourself trying to help be the my Lord and Savior, honestly, because it's not worth it. At the end of the day, you just lose yourself and you lose your sanity for what? For a man. So, and it goes vice versa, honestly, because women too, these things also apply to women. But at the end of the day, as a woman, you need to know when to call it a quit and move on. And I also feel like sometimes women feel like children, and I'm not a mother and I don't know how it is and I know how difficult it is, but I also feel like sometimes women feel like children, like it's such a huge look baggage that they can't leave an abusive marriage or a marriage that is not really that because of their kids, when in fact sometimes you actually do your child a favor when you leave an abusive marriage. You leave a marriage that you're not, that's not doing anything for you. They're literally suffering in that marriage. I feel like women need to also realize that. So guys, I'm done with my makeup and I'm just going to set my face, and that's it for the makeup. I'm also going to just use a bit of powder. Honestly, don't shrink yourself to keep a relationship. It's not worth it. I mean, when you leave, they're going to go to the next person. They're always going to find somebody else. So protect your peace, yourself, protect your mental health. As you can see, you saw that Joyce later on, she worked on herself. She went to school. She got a certificate. She literally went back to the drawing board, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going back to the drawing board to take a few steps back and rebuild yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, and honestly, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And it's also very, very important to have the right support system, honestly, because if she did not have her kids holding her hands and telling her that she was going to be all right, she probably wouldn't have ever lived. She wouldn't have left, honestly. So it's also very, very important to have the right support system, to have somebody telling you it's going to be all right and all of that. And it's also very important to open up to people, because sometimes women do not open up. We don't open up. We always keep quiet in that misery. Sometimes you don't know how bad it is, the situation is, until you tell people about it, until you open up. And that's why I'm like, sometimes third party is actually very important, because they get to see a situation in a different point of view than you are seeing it. So sometimes it's actually good to listen to people and to share your problem. I mean, to people that are trustworthy, people you are comfortable sharing it with, obviously. So now I'm just going to set my face. Oh, this is the Niban Beauty Setting Spray. How do I look, guys? Do you like this look? Also, one thing I also learned is that one person's bad decision can affect an entire family, can affect other people's lives. Because for what I saw, Jonasi's decisions, his bad decision, did not just affect him, he affected his family, his children, the people involved, like everybody around him, he affected them. So it really matters. The choices you make really matters, not just for you and also the people around you, which is why it's very, very important to make the right choices and also take accountability. Everybody in that movie lacked accountability. I mean, like Jonasi, the brother, like the wife that was behind the scenes for 20 years, like she did not even take accountability for what she did to her kids. They were affected by this thing. So guys, I'm done with my makeup and this is the end of today's video. And tell me, how do you feel about my makeup in the comment section? There's nothing too serious. I'm about to head out now. And also comment down below the characters that frustrated you the most in this movie. I mean, you already know mine is Jonasi. Like, the nigga frustrated me, he annoyed me, he disgusted me. But yeah, drop down the comment down below, your hot takes as well, and let's converse. And if you made it up to this point, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also comment down below, and please share this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.